Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here, and welcome back to another episode of our FIFA 17 crew mode with VfB Stuttgart. As always, I'm excited to bring another one of these videos out for you. Really enjoying this crew mode, and coming off the January transfer window, I'm excited for what we have in store for February. A lot of matches to play, which means we will be simulating a few fixtures, but some crucial matches in the likes of the DFB-Pokal quarterfinal against Mainz, a derby match against Karlsruher, and also a showdown in the league against 4th place Union Berlin. We're going to look to get through the entire month as we do have a pretty strong cushion at the top of the league table, and I want to get through this first season of Stuttgart relatively quickly. I would like to start off with this simulated fixture, and I have decided to go with a weaker side. That way we can bring out our strongest side in the DFB-Pokal against Mainz, but we get off to an early start with Green bagging a goal in the 6th minute. I have also decided to start Acosta in this match, getting his debut for Stuttgart. We'll see if he can get a debut goal. Couple substitutions going on here in the 50th to 60th minute, but we still have that 1-0 advantage. But as I say that, Düsseldorf do get the equalizer. Baumgartel, though, getting the late winner, and we're able to walk away with all 3 points in this one. It's time for our monthly squad report, and we did get a closer look at some of our newer additions, like Acosta in the last episode, but I still want to keep an eye out on the players that have been in the side for the long run, see which ones I do want to factor into our team sheets more often, and which players I gradually do want to rotate out. And unfortunately, 2 new players have hit that magic age where their stats absolutely plummet, those players being Klein and Werner, so I think we're going to be using them less and using our younger players more. We've got some fresh faces appearing in this month's training sessions on Guene, Gergic, Acosta, Cortez, and Nunez, all receiving some training time. And in the last episode, I did ask who you thought would have a brighter future here at Stuttgart, Nunez or Cortez, and Cortez did win that vote by a pretty sizable margin. I think I agree with you guys. He does have the better stats. He also offers the 4-star skills, but only time will tell who will be the better player for us. Now that we have a wider selection of players in our youth academy, I think I'm going to start factoring these into the monthly updates as well, so you guys can get a closer look at how these players are developing, and if I do choose to release any players like German Palacios, his potential is dipping down and his value is just too low for me to sign him up. So from here on out, I think I'm only going to be signing up youth academy players that have a value of 300,000 or more. We've just got so many talents to choose from, and there's no reason to sign them up if they're not going to end up in our future first team plans. But we'll take a look at some of the other players, see if we do need to drop anyone else. But this American, Dennis Taylor, his value is up to 800,000. His overall's at 63, potential 86 to 94, and he's a right mid as well. If he can have a good skill move and weak foot set, I think there's a 100% chance I'll be giving him playtime either at the end of this season or next season. We also have our final scouting report attached from Australia. We've yet to find a player to sign up to our youth academy. We'll see if that can all change this month, but it doesn't appear that way. But here we have Oliver Davies, a potential of 72 to 94, but the value, like I just mentioned, it's just too low, so I'll be passing on him and continuing. Patrick Carter, 72 to 94 as well, but the value too low for me to sign up, so it doesn't look like we'll be able to add any players from Australia during this network, but at least we found a couple of 94 potential players. With our previous scouting network complete, I want to send this scout out to Germany for 3 months looking for a goalkeeper. And to elaborate on this point a little bit more, the reason I'm using our 3-star scout in particular is because I feel like our 5-star scout would be completely wasted in searching for a goalkeeper. Yes, we could find some higher potential players, but in all honesty, goalkeeper training in FIFA 17 is broken and players can exceed their potential anyway, so a 3-star scout should be just fine. And the reason I'm re-scouting Germany is because we're going to find a high potential goalkeeper from whatever country, and I have a slight bias towards Germany. It's one of my favorite national teams along with the United States, and a couple of famous Stuttgart goalkeepers come to mind, the likes of Jens Lehmann and Bernd Leno, so I feel like this is the right fit. With all the transfer action going on in the last episode, I saw a couple of comments suggesting players I should sign next season, and while I don't think we can afford Philipp Lahm, we could afford his regen in this crew mode if Lahm does retire. Doesn't look like he has any plans soon, but that brings me to another question. Did you guys have any other famous Stuttgart players in mind, whether past or present, present that are in the game and could be eligible for regens. If you do, make sure you let me know in the comment section and I'll put them on the short list. We'll be taking a slightly different approach for this match in terms of our lineup. In the past, we have featured a ton of our youth in our starting 11, but now as we start to get towards the later stages, the hope that we can reach the final and ultimately win this competition is getting more and more real. So we are bringing out our strongest side for this one. Still have some tough opposition in Mainz, but we've done well in the past and hopefully we can do well in this match. I wouldn't consider Mainz to be one of the giants of the Bundesliga, but they have a respectable team and they boast some solid players. They've also brought in Bojan during the January transfer window, who might prove to be dangerous for them. Pretty slow start for us in this one, but we are taking a different approach as we try to play more possession-based football. But here's Maxime, cutting this one inside. He'll set up Ginczek, who scored several times on his right foot. It falls to Mané, and had that been Julian Green, we might have gotten the lucky rebound. But here's Gentner, sending up Asano. Nice pass to find Maxime. Scoop turns by one defender. The shot, thought that could have been a pen, but we do win ourselves a corner kick. I would say we've now been the better side, and we have more momentum. We can try sending in this cross, though. Afori to Ginczek. We're looking for more options in the middle. Afori looking to bang one from outside the box. Not the best effort, though. Ginczek bodying up on one. Defender. We've slipped through Gentner. Can the captain score for us? A decent effort on goal, and he beats the keeper as well. A rocket of a shot by Christian Gentner, and Stuttgart take the lead in the 20th minute. I don't think Mainz saw this one coming. From Gentner, no less. He pushed up the pitch despite having instructions to stay back while attacking. But hey, I'm not complaining about anything. He saw the space. Ginczek played him through, and we've got the lead. Nice interception by Baumgartel. Ginczek needs to be making this run. He's got support, and guess who? It's Christian Gentner pushing up the pitch once again. This time he'll play it out wide to Mané. If we can get an option in the middle, he could send in the cross, and we nearly get the second goal. Ginczek with a follow-up effort, and it's 2-0 for VfB Stuttgart. 35 minutes into the match. Mainz can't seem to get the ball out of their own half. We're supplying pressure after pressure, and now we've got a comfortable lead going into the halftime break. I don't even know what to say. Chance now for Mainz. It's Brozinski appearing to play at left back. Toski winning the header, though. Baumgartel needs to get that cleared. We shouldn't speak too soon. Mainz comes straight back, and they do cut the deficit in half. That will take a blow going to the halftime break. Stats-wise, I don't think we've had a better half of football this season. 8 shots, 5 on target, 65% of possession against some Bundesliga opposition. But this match is not done yet. Mainz have proven dangerous on a few chances. We might need to start thinking about substitutions. Maxime, a little bit tired on his stamina, so I'm going to bring Özkan on for the remainder of this match and start thinking about some other substitutions later. It's been a slow start to the second half. Mainz can't seem to get the ball out of their own half, and this is probably the furthest they've gone. Bojan now playing this one to Latzka. Gentner, again with the interception. Gentner has been all over the pitch today, and he has helped us out so much defensively. But Ginczek needs to play this one through. Özkan will get to it. We'll play it once more in the middle. A great ball. We'll try swinging this one across. Ginczek looking to shoot. And that must be it, guys. 3-1. 72 minutes into the match. We're going to lock up shop, play defensively, and just look to see this one out. Looking at these stamina bars, you can see how hard our players have worked to keep up with the Mainz attackers. Toski has put in a great 70 minutes. We'll take him out and bring on Gwene. I know he's a young player, but he's proven very well in the matches that I have started him in. And Asano will be the other player we're taking off. I want to get Cortez a little bit more play time, so we'll bring him on for the left wing despite him being a right winger. Well, it's pretty clear Mainz have gone all out attack. Their fullbacks are pushing up. Now it's Gyro on the ball. We're looking to contain. Not give up a cross. A decent one sent in. But not even testing Mitchell Langreck. Well, guys, what can I say? We were the better side, generating 10 shots, 7 on target, 51% of the possession. Man of the match, I don't think there's much of a question. It's going to go to Daniel Ginczek. He just finds a way to put the ball in the back of the net, and I cannot wait to see what he can do for us next season in the Bundesliga. We've got 2-player conversations immediately following that match. One from Coyote, who was expecting a bigger role at the club when he originally signed, and that's a fair point. I do want to feature him in more matches going forward. The other message is from Berkay Özkan, who feels like he deserves more wages, and I totally agree with that. He's progressed really nicely, and he's one of those players that I do want to factor into our future first team plans when he eventually does replace Maxime. So I want to keep him happy, and make sure he does get his appropriate wages. It's only a 1,000 increase in those wages, so obviously I'm gonna make that happen and bump up his role from a sporadic first team player to a squad rotational player. Another perk of advancing in the later stages of the Pokal is we get more and more money added to our transfer budget. 1 million is nothing to laugh at, and I'll definitely take that money going forward. But I do want to get into our monthly scouting update, and our first one from Denmark. 67 to 93 potential players. Starting things off, value will be too low for us to sign him up. Lucas Thompson coming in with 72 to 94 potential. Again, the value too low, so no players to sign this month from Denmark. We'll take a look at the league table going into our derby match against Karlsruher, who seem to be doing worse and worse as the season does progress. They've dropped all the way down to 13th, whereas we have a 16-point lead at the top of the table. We'll have to option for a rotated side in this derby match, but still plenty of quality players in our starting 11. Trota getting the rare start at striker, and I've decided to go with Klein to represent us with the captain's armband. I'll admit one thing I am concerned about for this match is that Karlsruhe probably have the advantage with the overall rating. We've had to go with a lot of our lower rated players, but they still play well and I have confidence in them. Oh, that could be bad. We've taken out one of our own defenders, and now Langrek needs to close down the space. Well done by him. He's able to punch it out as well. We really get away with one right there. Karlsruhe had the early chance to make it 1-0. That's a big header one. Well done by Sunic. Set up Maxim. Now Afori. Finding Trota once again. We're looking for Maxim instead. It falls to Gergic. We'll play it out wide and see if we can send it across. Green sending in a beautiful effort. Trota hitting the crossbar. Unlucky from him. That's why we like to use him, but we're still unable to make the match 1-0. And here's Karlsruhe again on the attack. This time Huffer from the right. Sending it across of their own. And they're going to make it 1-0. Literally 2 or 3 minutes after we hit the crossbar, they come right back, send it across, and make it 1-0 for their advantage. We need to change some things going into the halftime break. Oh, play him through. Please, Brekalo. Nicely done to find Trota. He just needs to finish this one. The defender's catching up. The finesse shot will be put away. And with 7 minutes left to spare before the break, we're able to equalize. And we might be able to push on and maybe get the advantage. That was all set up from Brekalo, holding up the play, waiting for Trota to time his run, and allowing him to run onto space and outpace those defenders. Good finish, by the way, from Trota. Not the most exciting first half, but we are level going into the break, and we still have as much of a chance of winning as do Karlsruhe. But I do want to make some changes here and take out Afori, who was one of the lower stamina players going into the fixture. Colin Acosta will be getting some play time here, and this will be the first time we're actually using him in a match. Maxime also coming off. Emil Hansen will get an opportunity to show his worth. Throwing chance for us, and Pavard will take it. Brekalo nearly gets taken out. He finds Hansen though, and this is going to be Julian Green. Tackled inside the box, no foul called by the referee. He's letting them play today, and we're going to have to factor that in going forward and play a little bit more physical. There we go, Hansen, well done to get back possession. He does have one thing, and that's dribbling ability. Needs to find a way to cut this back in, though. He'll play it in the middle. This is Acosta, playing it through to Green, and Julie Green off the crossbar. We're unable to finish it, and that's the second time we've hit the crossbar in this match. We should be up. Nice job by Trota. And he's going to play through Hansen. He needs to finish in this kind of area. The double tap shot is put well wide, and that is Hansen's finishing, showing it at his worst. He does great dribbling to set that up and great pace to put himself in that position, but his finishing is just abysmal. With roughly 20 minutes left to play, I'm going to make a change at the striker position. Coyote's been asking for more play time, and this is the exact moment where he needs to step up and get that winning goal. Hansen finding Klein. I don't know why he's pushing up this far, but he can finish. The right back on the left side of the pitch goes crossbody on the keeper, and I thought Coyote might have been the one to score the winner for us, but it's our right back of all players to score a beautiful finish. Oh dear, we've made a mistake right there. We just needed to close out the match, and we've given Karlsruhe another chance. We're just going to clear that one out and hope for the best. It's still pressure from Karlsruhe, and Langrek might need to step up big as we close this one out. It just keeps on bouncing their way, and we're very lucky for that not to have gone in. I would say we were the more dominant team. 11 shots, 5 on target, 49% of the possession, and you can see there Klein picked up an 8.7, and he also picks up man of the match. Well done by him, and despite declining with age, he still shows he can get the job done. We have another monthly scouting report attached from the United States, which has brought back some great talent so far. Anthony Sullivan, a repeat from last month's report, and we will continue to pass on him. Blair Fraser, another decent potential player, but not too high on the wages. Wayne Wood, possibly the best name from this scouting report, but his value is only at 200,000. So for now, I'll be passing on him, but I might sign him up later, purely due to that name. But it doesn't look like we will be signing up any players from the United States, at least for this month. This match against Union Berlin will be the final one we're playing, and as mentioned earlier, they're a top 4 side and they won't be easy to beat. It'll pretty much be a complete first team featuring in our starting 11, but one change I have made is I've gone with Green over Mane. He's the man in form, and he continues to show that he can score goals despite being a lower rating. You don't get to maintain a top 4 position in the league without a good reason, so I will not be taking Union Berlin lightly. Look at Gentner applying that pressure, and now we're on the outlet. We need options in the middle though. Gentner playing this one through. Maxime over to Ginczek. He's going to look to go crossbody on the keeper, and what a save from Robles. Maybe we should have gone with a finesse shot on his right foot on the near post. I felt like the left-footed shot was better, but Ginczek's left foot is not his preferred one. So we only get the corner kick out of this one before he whipping it in. Maybe we can score on this. It won't happen. It's a great ball played over the top. And we're unable to catch up with him. Hussener playing this one through. And this is a crossing chance for Union Berlin. They send it in the middle. Green got a piece of it. Longerek needs to punch it out. And I don't think that was completely necessary, but we somehow get a goal kick out of it. Nice takeaway, and we might get one more chance before the end of this first half. Gentner switching the play, finding Asano. We're looking for Ginczek in space. He messed up his chance earlier, but maybe he can get a finesse shot from outside the box. Pretty sure that was headed for the far post, but Robles does collect, and all things point to a draw going to the halftime break. In most cases this season, we've capitalized on those goal-scoring opportunities, so it was disappointing for Ginczek to miss that chance for a goal early in the match, and I do want to take him off and bring on Nunez for the remainder of this one. I want to make sure he gets enough playing time for the rest of the season, and we meet those Youth Academy objectives. Thrown for us from a good position, Insua, setting up Asano, and now back to Insua. We're just going to try whipping it across, see if we can win a header, and a couple players running on the far post, but it's Hedlund who gets hold of possession, and now it's Union Berlin getting on an attack of their own down this left wing. They play back in the middle to Hussener, and he's got plenty of support. Another cross sent in. Great save by Longerek, though. There you go. This could be a chance. Green using a fake shot to get around one defender, winning back possession. Now Maxime working it around. It's Nunez, a finesse shot from outside the box, testing the keeper. Not too bad. Oh, there's Green again. Winning back possession. He might be able to shoot, and he's able to go cross-body. It's a mistake from the Union Berlin defense, but once again, it's Julian Green being at the right place at the right time, scoring a similar goal to the ones he scored this season. We're going to use our 2 final changes with about 20 minutes left to go, and Cortez will get an opportunity at center attacking mid. I feel like this could be a position he plays. He's got those 4-star skills, and he has pretty good physical attributes. Maybe him and Nunez can link up down the middle. The last change is kind of up for grabs. It's between Gergic and Acosta. Since Acosta is the new transfer, I do want to make sure he gets enough playing time, so he'll come on for Gentner. It's Green again, taking the ball away in this kind of position and setting up our attackers with another chance. We'll play it down the middle. This is Nunez trying to shoot, and he's unable to get the shot off. The young player showing promise, but can't put the finishing touch on. We did just enough to win this one. By no means were we playing at our best, but really the best teams find ways to win regardless of how they are playing, and we've shown that we have been the best team in the second Bundesliga this season, Julian Green being the standout player with an 8.2. To close out the matches for this episode, we'll finish off with a fixture against Eintracht Braunschweig, who are sitting mid-table in 10th place. They have a decent side, but we are traveling away from home. A 4-8 picking up the first goal in the 19th minute, and we'll look to make it 2-0 here in the second half. I'm hoping that we can bring on some of our Youth Academy players. It's crucial that we do give them enough playing time, and I wish the game could factor that in and you can make your own substitutions even for these simulated fixtures, but we are absolutely stomping in this match, ending up with a 3-0 result. To close out today's episode, I wanted to open up a poll question having to do with an alternate formation for us to use outside of the 4-2-3-1. I still think the 4-2-3-1 will be our main formation, but every now and then I want to switch things up, add a little bit of variety to this career mode. So I'll present two options for formations. Whichever formation does win the vote, that'll be the secondary one we use. Option 1 will be the 4-1-2-1-2 wide, and this allows Coyote to get into the first team as a left striker in a two-striker partnership alongside Ginchek. And obviously we haven't used a two-striker partnership this year, but I am open to trying it, and I think that could be fun to use. The second formation I have for you is the 4-1-4-1, and this is something Stuttgart have used in real life, and it allows Gergic to get into the first team as the holding midfielder. Pretty much everyone else in the team is fairly regular and are our first teamers. But those are the two options. Go ahead and vote in the poll, and I'll check out the results for the next episode and hopefully use one of those formations in one of those fixtures. But guys, that'll wrap things up for today's video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're interested, you can follow me on my social links. They're provided in the description down below. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.